one of my uncle. He was more like a hippie. He could play a guitar. He's got a lot of albums.
He's a cool guy.
It's easy for him to get a chick.
Yeah.
At that time, he doesn't struggle.
Probably didn't live Kopoch.
He didn't live Kopoch. He comes and visits. He works at the mine. He end up good. And I say, I want to be like him. Once I continue with this running, I don't need to be super. Probably I will go to school, do my matric. Once I finish, I can work at the mine.
That was the goal.
The training started
at 5?
At 4.
So you have to just wait.
I must wait. I can't go back to the township and come back again.
Not possible.
So I will have to wait. And I'm not eating because I'm not in the hostel.
No.
I can't afford it. After training, when I get home, sometimes my brother and sister are not there. I'm alone. There's no food.
Yeah, of course.
I have to drop these things and go to my friends. They had a spaza shop where they were selling quarters, spatro and what. They will give me spatro, I will eat it and I will go back.
King David Studio Podcast.
That is Sepeng. What's up?
Get
All is well. The body is strong?
The body seems like it's not cooperating, but but I'm well mentally well.
Yes.
Yeah, but fitness wise, I cannot compare myself to those days. Yeah,
those young days.
But where I am, I'm fine.
If you were to run 800 meters today, what would be your time?
Oh, yeah. I think close to 3 minutes.
3 minutes?
During the lockdown, I tried to exercise.
Yeah.
Because it was lockdown now. There's nothing that we do. I started first on the stairs.
Okay.
Up and down. Then we were bored. We can't go anywhere. Then I started to feel good. Then I went around the complex.
Okay.
Then from there, I went outside on the street, the loop. I was feeling good. I started visualizing myself when I was running.
What?
Then I wanted to go faster. Then I went longer. Then longer. And I started to post now that I did 5 kilo in this time. Then the people were challenging. Then I was going. Then I ended up being fast. Then I hit myself.
Oh,
and
no.
I stopped.
Oh, no. You injured yourself. What happened?
My knees. Because I think I went too quick for longer distance because now I wanted to do 2 hours instead of just focusing on the shorter distance and just go. Then I went too long. Then the following day I did not recover. And I felt the knee. Then I took about 3 weeks to recover, but then I felt like I'm back to zero again.
Yes.
And I said, I'm not going there again.
You've never been. Out here, so you've never been.
I've never been.
It's now what, 3 years almost?
It's about 3 years now. I'm thinking about it. And it's not a nice feeling.
I can't believe something that was your job for a while.
Yes.
When you talk about it now, Ray, it's not a nice feeling. Which part of it? Is it because you're older now, or is it it wasn't even a nice feeling even then?
Because I was doing it as a career. It was not for fun or socially. I used to run fast.
Yeah.
I couldn't go longer because I get bored. And I lose focus because my focus was only for the 2 lap, which is 1 minute. If it's slow, then I will go 1 minute 45.
Yes.
Then if we go faster, we go 142. That is where I focus. I tried to run 1500, but I kind of lose focus. After the 800, we go the 3rd lap. I lose concentration.
What?
When I do it now, age is not on my side.
That's one.
My mind wants to move fast. I can't go slow because it feels like
your mind thinks you're 18.
Yes, and I took a picture one day because I was doing these hills. Visualization. I was like moving when I was 18. Looking at the picture and I asked myself, "What are you doing?"
Were you slow?
It's like I'm all over the place. But mentally, I felt like as if my knees are high.
Yeah.
And I'm moving at that pace that I was
when
moving
you were a young boy.
When we were young. But when I look at it, this is waste of time.
I used to run 100 meters, not very fast, but fast enough to be counted amongst the fast kids in primary, though, not high school. When you get to high school, life changes completely. For real. So I used to run, and I still believe I'm fast.
Yes.
And not so long ago, a good 2-3 years ago, I was visiting a friend of mine, and it's got young boys, very competitive. Yes. They play sports and all of that. And I said, boys, now I can outrun you, all of you. Where are you, uncle? Let's go outside. What a bad decision. All 5 of them were way faster than me, way. But my mind believed that I
think that's the feeling I have. But we'll see. We'll see.
Look at you. You're thinking about it for real, and it seems like it's scaring you.
There was a time that I made decision that what do I want to prove, man? I've ran, man. I've done all these things. I know how many weeks when you will get in shape. The problem is now I know the pain. Just running does not motivate me. See, that's a problem. It's just to go. You know, you'll find other people you look at that they are doing social. Probably they've never run when they were young. So this is something new for them.
So they're enjoying it.
They're enjoying it. For me, just to run, it's not for me. It's not an enjoyment. I was fast at some stage, you know, but I will have to find something. I will have to find something to exercise.
Not running.
Not running.
What? No way.
No.
Because we would expect someone like you to just take on running immediately because that's in your blood, and you're saying never.
I think I stopped for a very long time. Most of the athletes don't stop when they retired. They will continue, but I stopped for a very long time. I was in and out, you know, because of life.
Yes.
You know, you go in, then you realize, you know what? Now, this phase where I am, running, it's not going to help me. Let me focus on something. I've got kids.
Like that. You know? I'm going to run and then what?
Yes, because I used to run, but now I need to focus on something so that I can be able to feed my kids, support the family and stuff like that. Yeah. So
interesting.
Then I stopped, but I kept on meeting people that I say, "But I'm too joking." What? Then I get tempted. Then I get injured.
Hey.
And I say, "Oh, it's 3 weeks
of recovery."
Recovery.
Yes.
For nothing. If I start again, that means I'm back to zero. That pain that I went through, I must go back again. No. Let me pause. Maybe let me try. Or I can still use running, my experience, but create something. But don't run long. Create something that you can exercise.
That's it.
I think for now, the main thing is not lose weight. If you can just be healthy.
Yeah.
Because I realize now muscles are getting weak. Your joints.
You can't lift heavier things.
You can't lift. I've got a small boy to must lift and it's eating too much and it's getting heavy. So those things I can, you know, just for that, not for trying to prove I want to go to Comrade.
No.
It's not for me.
People will not believe it.
No.
If I cut this clip alone and say, "Oh, running, it's not for me," people will never believe that. Hezekiél.
No.
Do you acknowledge the size of your achievement, though? Are you aware of it?
I don't think I'm aware what I have done. Sometimes it does hit me.
Okay.
When I see the reaction of the people. But I don't sit there and wanted to be classified, under the people that have done well. For me, I did it. I finished. We've got a new guys. I moved on. I live my life. Maybe one thing that made me felt like that was coming up. Rona batho ba bantsho, when you were introduced in a township, or you just there, and somebody comes and recognize you standing there alone, and he started shouting to people, "Hey guys, do you know who it is?" Then you get these other people who say, "Who is he? We don't care." This is not, who is he? Let him move out and stuff like that. And then I realized, you know what, it's us, but it's kind of a jealousy towards one another. I get more praised when I go, especially in the colored community and the white community.
Yes.
But from my people, it's like that, Kemango.
Yes.
It's those people that have never watched.
Does he have a song, Piano?
Kemango. Where you see, do you know this one is got a hit? We don't care about those hits.
It's an old hit.
It's an old hit. So yeah, it's. But again, probably it's where I come from, my background. There's a lot of things, I've been asked the same question, and
What is that question?
I see also in the office where I work at ASA, when the new staff, they will come in and the people say, "Do you know who is this guy?" And so, I start to beg off.
So are you saying you don't want that?
I don't feel comfortable. But as I go, I started to realize that, you know what? You live once. I will one day be sitting there, people will not care about me, and I will regret. So rather go with it.
Enjoy it.
And enjoy it.
Yes.
I feel like when it comes to athletics especially, I'm probably few of the athletes that were running during my era that is still active. For example, look at now, we've got the likes of Akane Simbini, the weight Fanike.
Yes.
When I talk to these kids, look at Bo Bayanda, Walaza, Bradley.
Yes.
Probably they were not born, but I'm still there.
You're still in the picture somehow.
I'm still in the picture with them. I can go to the Olympics. I've been to Paris. I've been to Tokyo with them. As an administrator for team management for athletics. So I'm still there, and it's for me. It's like a blessing.
Do they ever ask for guidance, advice? Do anyone says, "I'm child, man, into a solitude"?
No, kids on these days, different stories. I remember one day, we've got a young team, and I was speaking, and all of them, they were not born in 1996, and they don't know who is Hezekiél. And somebody says, Google. After that, they came. They wanted to ask questions. I just did a talk with the Northwest University Leadership Summit for students.
Okay.
And I was asking myself that, how am I going to start? Because it seems like just talking about 1996. Somebody was not born, probably was 2 years, 3 years, he doesn't know. But I think the best is start with the video.
Okay.
Play the video.
And
then go in.
So
that they can understand
where
do I come from.
So you do highlight, and there's nothing you can do about it, the disconnection of time.
Yes.
There's nothing you can do about it. If someone wasn't born at that time. Interesting, we were asking my nephew, Tato, about what is Hezekiél? Exactly that question. Same reaction. And all of us were saying, you know nothing. But you realize that you can't blame him. He was born when he was born.
You can't.
And that's the story of his life.
Yeah, no. You can't blame them. So I've got my younger brother is a coach. He coaches exactly the 800 meters.
What?
Prudence Sukhodi. So we had about 7 athletes from same group that went to the Olympics.
Amazing.
Few athletes from Botswana and 1 Australian. Yes. Sudanese, Australia / So one of the guys from Botswana, he ran, times are fast compared to when we were running. 142. This one came 7th.
And
Sepeng, he came 7th in the final. He ran a 142.
That's one of your records.
That's one of my times. And he comes, after the race, he comes to me and say, Bra Sepeng, I'm not listening to you anymore. I'm as fast as you now.
You won a medal, but it was slower than my time.
And then I said to him, hey, you guys are running these times with these bubble shoes. We were running with flat shoes, man.
There's a difference.
Yeah, so it's as you say, we can't blame them. We just have to move on. I think it's a journey.
Yeah.
It's where we have now to tell our story.
Yes.
For those who doesn't know where do we come from, and I think it's the right platform for me.
That's why. Interesting. Preparing for this chat, I came across a lot of things, and one of them was, for almost 10 years, you were amongst royalty of 800 meters in the world.
Yes.
That is incredible. For almost 10 years, when they talk about 800 meters and they don't mention your name. No. Striker.
Look, it's I can't believe now the way they have moved. When I look at the times that they are running, I'm not even in the top 20 of all time.
Imagine
but
that.
There was a time where I was in the top 15, top 10
for a while,
of all time for a while. But now I'm pushed.
Do you still have any of your records?
Yeah, I still hold the South African records.
Which one?
142.69, which 800 meters. It's a South African record.
Okay.
I think it's one of the longest. We're still waiting for somebody to break it.
Yeah.
And by the look of things, maybe it will take a couple of years. We don't have somebody right now that can, that is very close, but it will be broken at some stage. But yeah.
How does it make you feel to still be holding a record?
No,
I would have a T-shirt. They would know every day. That would be an everyday tweet. Still.
You know the good one is it's when we go to competitions, when you have the program or these pamphlets and stuff, they will write the program.
Yeah.
Or it's 800 is coming. Every time they'll have to write each and every record.
Of course.
And my name appears there. So in the meeting, they say, do you know whose record is this? There's the man. He's standing in front of us. So
it's still there.
It's still there. It's still there. So I don't know how I will feel if it is broken.
Someday it's coming.
But it's coming.
Yeah.
I can't change.
Because you broke someone's record.
I broke somebody's record. I even met the person that I broke his record. We did a documentary, me and the person, Macio Fescanaro, Italian guy, but South African again. He broke the record. During those days of apartheid, and there was a documentary that I did trying to combine
the two
stories together, the black athletes and Italian. So yeah.
Do you remember the race when you broke that record?
Yeah, my race, when I broke the record, it was in Brussels. One of at that time was not a Diamond League, it's a Golden League meeting.
Okay.
That was in Brussels. That was just after the World Champs in Seville, 1999. After I got a silver medal
from the Olympics. Yes.
From that, and I went. 2 days after that, I went and broke the South African record. Yeah.
2 days after?
Yeah.
After you got a silver?
After I got a silver, there was a race. We went there and I broke the record there.
And you're probably doing this one. It's like, I want a silver. Let me just do this one.
No, I think that was my second major silver. Tactically, I wanted to win that World Champs. I went in front 300 meters to go.
It's that horrible race.
Yes, I went in front. They beat me on the line. And I was devastated about that. I remember telling my coach that I'm done with the season. Don't want to run for this year. I'm finished. But after 24 hours, I realized there's 2 or 3 competitions that I can still do to make money or try to improve my time. Then I went and I broke the national record. Yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Because I saw that race. That's not a fun race. And you say it's one of your best races. Yeah. But yet it's a horrible race. You lead for a good 20% of the race.
Yeah.
And you lose it in the last second.
Yeah, no, it's now you're putting it other way.
Well, I'm putting it the way I'm seeing it. That's why I'm actually interested how you consider it your best race, one of your best races. Why is that?
Look, I've never won a gold medal. So I if I say best, I'll compare it to the other races where I will always come from behind.
Okay.
And the people will say always, why don't you go in front? You always want to sprint, but it's always too late.
You sprint in the last 200 meters.
This one, I said, look, there was a Wilson Kipketer at that time was a world record holder. And we all knew that you can't beat him. The only way to beat Wilson was you must be in front of him in the last 100 meters.
Okay.
Then his running technique is going to force it. It's not going to be smooth. Once you force, you tense, and the strides now are getting shorter. So that's the only way.
So there's a technique here.
There's a technique here. So that's what I needed to do. During that year, most of the time I was second behind him. And actually, he did not realize that I'm building something.
You're getting closer.
I'm building something. Then I will execute at the final race, which is the World Champs. So I made it clear that, and everybody was coming. Look, there's athletes, representatives, managers, race organizers, and there's Hezekiél. You're the only one that can beat Wilson.
Yeah.
But the only way to beat, you have to be in front of him in the last
100 meters.
You can't sit behind him. So that is why I came with that tactic that, look, 300 meters to go.
Yeah.
I'm going to go. Whoever wants me is going to. And I think it was so close.
Sure.
The problem was then I tensed. Because when I get into the last 100 meters, then nobody's coming. Then I'm start to think, maybe I went too early.
Oh, no.
And then 4-5 is going to come. Then I'm going to lose.
They're going to catch up.
They will catch and I'll be finished. Then nobody was coming. Nobody's coming. 50 meters, 20 meters.
10 meters.
While I was thinking that nobody's coming, suddenly there was a spike next to me. Then I say, whew,
oh no.
They are all here now. And I tensed. You know, and when I tensed, we were on the line. Probably if I just kept pushing forward, not try to look sideways, who's coming, who's not coming, I could have won it.
It's amazing, eh? There's such a... It's a thing. It's a skill. You have to learn how to do it.
It's a skill. I've looked at the Olympic Games. I was there in Paris. You don't just win. You need to prepare yourself for that. I used to believe that it's a luck. Anything happens. If you are lucky, this thing will happen. But then I realized later on, you can't depend on luck. You must work hard for it.
Yeah.
You need to work hard, craft.
Yes.
What you have to do, and that is why you get these guys that are winning Olympics and they will come back again and win again. They will come back again and win again.
But the swimmer Phelps and
yes,
there's so many who win over and over again.
Over and over. So it's that craft that you have to do. So you need to make sure the sacrifice. I remember myself. In 1996, I training for it. It's December.
Groove.
People are grooving. And somebody told me that in Europe it's snowing.
Yes.
There's ice. And there was an athlete that is one of the best in the world at that time. He's training on the 25th in that ice. Now it's a sun. You don't train.
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? I stopped everything and went for training.
So you were getting caught up in our grooving as well.
There was a stage. There was a stage where there was a time where I nearly lost it. But quickly I went back. You know what? I just have to wake up in the morning, go for training. Yeah. When I come back, we eat lunch. I'm there.
We can do this later.
We can do this later. Not just wake up, go sit, do nothing, or take a break from 24th until the 1st of January and wants to start.
It's too late.
It's too late. That's the part. In Europe, the training. Now you want to be the best. When are you taking a Christmas break? It doesn't work like that. So
sure.
I had to cancel all those things, yeah.
It's interesting, the level of sacrifice generally, because it teaches you a lot in life. One of our most difficult things to do, Hezekiél, which I'm sure you're aware of, is to see gold. But when you acknowledge the work that is required to achieve gold, this is where we say, maybe it's not for me. Maybe this gold is not for me. And we don't realize that the decision here is because the work has to be put in. And that's where we use words like luck. And some people are like, hey, they can get gold. We don't pause for a second and ask them, how did you do it? Because their story will make us realize that we have to put in the work. Yeah. And that's the story of life, isn't it?
No, it's when we talk about it, it takes me back now to where I come from. As a young boy, we didn't know anything about Olympic Games. I grew up in the farm.
We'll go there, but carry on. Tell your story.
Where I thought that actually that's the world.
Wow.
It's
this small.
Yes, and there's a mountain, you will see the sun, or when the sun drops, you go behind that mountain, then it's starting to get dark. Then I thought, what's happening behind
that mountain?
That mountain where this thing drops and it's dark on our side, And then I thought, maybe it's overseas,
That's overseas.
That's overseas. It's these places they're talking about, that thing drops there, it's overseas and stuff like that. But didn't know Olympic Games, fast tracking these things, Ilana Meyer, Barcelona, 1992. Suddenly I see this. I had to ask the coach what is that competition? You see?
Olympics.
They tell me it's Olympics. I say, when is he coming again? Next year. That was
92.
92. I thought 93.
We go again.
We go every year. Yeah. But I was told only to find out that it's after 4 years.
Yeah.
So that means you have to train for 4 years to be in that competition. For me, that was 1992 to 1996. I told my coach, I want to go to that competition. Along the way, I was just talking, as you were saying, you, as a township boy, you thought, I can do these things. Let's run. I can go faster. But you realize, it's going to take me 3 years to be able to actually just make the final to
qualify.
Yes. That is why other people, they are happy just to qualify. You know, just to qualify. Then you know, if this one qualifies, then you know he's finished. There's nothing that he will do because his planning or his capabilities are beyond. It's not beyond qualifying. You just qualify. You go there. First round, you out.
Let me give a dumb example.
Yeah.
There's a girl you like and Wamshel. You didn't imagine life after she says yes.
Yeah. that's what is happening.
You stopped at the yes.
Yes.
After that's like, oh hell, kind of what do I do with this relationship? So that's exactly that.
That's exactly that.
So your mind is an important tool in this game.
It's important tool. And remember us South Africans, where we come from.
Ish.
It is all about this thing of being the Olympism or being an Olympian. It's not original. We don't know these things.
It's not part of
It's not part of us.
It's not a gazine, as they say.
It's not a gazine.
It's not in our blood.
We've got these things when you run around there in Kasi, and they say you are chasing the wind. It's better to chase the ball. That means it's why are you wasting your time?
Soccer is better.
Soccer is better. Why are you wasting your time?
Where are you running to?
Where you run into? You know, every time you know, and we grew up under those environments where they always said you will always become better when you move out of township and you go to places where there's a focus. People, when they wake up there, it's they talk about it, you know, and that's where now I went to Poch Boys.
Athletics was part of the system.
It's part of the system. I will wake up, we'll talk. You know, when I run, just inter-high, inter-high, on Monday, it's like I'm talk of the town now.
And you ran here?
Just not here. There's not international.
No, international is far. It's not even provincial.
Yeah, it's not provincial. Then they will talk. Even parents, you know, they will start. Betting was not there at that time.
Yes.
They will start betting that next week Hezekiél is running. He's going to run this time. Let's bet.
Okay. Wow.
If he runs this time, all of us, that money we give it to him.
What? Because he won.
Because he won. But I think it's when I think about it now, it was because the way I went in at Poch Boys, my parents couldn't afford.
No. We'll tell that story. It's actually a fascinating story how you end up there.
Yeah,
it's easy for people to assume, you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth. You got this easy way. I can turn it as the Christian Brothers College. Yeah. Nothing like that for you, eh?
No, nothing like that.
Yes.
It's even my parents didn't know how I got there.
Let's go back to where you were. What is it Hagner? What is
Hagner?
What is that?
Hagner, it's a place in the Boskop. Boskop, it's in Potchefstroom. Those who know Hagner, it's in the line of when you go to Carletonville.
It's backwards. Coming back to Joburg.
Yeah.
Yes.
Coming back, you go on the side of Carletonville.
Okay.
It's a poultry farm. So my parents, we stayed there. It's got a couple of people that the John in Ultama. Utwara, same guys, same
what?
farm. Yeah, we were born there. together. We've got there's this guy who was playing for Sundowns, man. Gaba.
Okay.
Lucky
yes.
Gaba.
Lucky Gaba. Yes.
Lucky Gaba comes from there.
What?
Yeah. So it's very small. But produces a lot of good athletes, sports people. Or when you talk about John Ngetama, then it's a politician.
Yes.
So
but describe it for us so we get a reference. So what type of it? When a person says a farm, we imagine open field.
It's a chicken farm, poultry.
Yes.
Mostly deal with chickens and eggs.
Okay.
It's like a brewery.
Yes.
The eggs. So they also plant. They've got millies. They plant millies. They've got cows. They had pigs. So their houses are scattered, or you will get them in one line. 5 houses in one line.
Okay.
Just behind them, it's mill.
Whoa.
Or it's like you have to work at the
farm.
Ground.
Yes.
At the farm. You don't have a choice. After school, it's either you're going to work, pick eggs, or you're going to run behind the tractor.
Okay.
In the fields. That was our life.
Yeah.
From our house to the school, we were about 8 kilometers. So we will always...
Were you using Uber?
Yeah, I was using my...
You were running.
I will use my running. So my mom used to work Modi Kitcheni. That means it's in town. It's about 15, 20 k's for where we stand. But there's always a bus that comes from the Carltonville line and will move from far away from Carltonville, and it comes. So everybody that wants to go to town, they will have to go that side. So I'm the one that will go and stop the bus for my mom.
For your mom?
Yeah, because she's not fast. So I could hear it from a distance. Then I will push and stop it.
Jeez.
So
the running started early for you.
Yeah, it started very early. Then what happened was, as we go, I grew up, starting having friends. We had this thing of going into town every Saturday or Friday. After school, we're going for car wash.
Okay.
Car wash or garden. We went for a couple of weeks. My mom didn't like it. But I wanted to belong, so.
Why didn't she like it though?
No, it was those days, you know, when you travel in group in town. Black.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yes.
Swart gevaar. What are you doing? What are you doing as a
group? What are you doing as a group?
What are you discussing?
What are you discussing? That was those times. So she didn't like it. That you will end up in jail.
Yeah.
And but I said no, it won't happen because we had a strategy. We will walk in the group, go in there. Before we enter, we split.
Okay.
2-2.
But you know you're a group overboard.
Yeah, you see, then we go there, then we walk. When this white owner of the farm, they doing their own garden, we'll go there, we ask job at that time. When you get 10 rand, I can go and change it with those notes 2 rands.
Yeah,
and I've got
a stack.
I go back to the farm.
You could be the mayor.
I'm the mayor there in the farm there. So
wow.
I think that day, I don't know, I was bad luck.
There's a story, yes, of a bicycle.
Yes. Things didn't go well. So now I have to return. I don't have money. So one of my friends gave me the bike. I was caught with that bike. Actually, the bike was stolen. I was caught with the bike. Oh, we're driving back into the farm, telling them that it's not my bike. This is not my bike. I was given. I see he's young, man. But they were scaring me, man. It's like they were telling me that, remember it's December. If you go in, we'll see you January.
If you get arrested.
Yes. We'll see you January. Everybody's gone. There's no court. There's no...
they say that. The courts are closed.
Courts are closed. You'll open January. And imagine, I say, Christmas.
In jail.
In jail. They said, show us the owner of the bike. And we drove. My cousin came. And I had he was out of line, my cousin, man. He's used to it. He was a little bit older than me, and he took it and said, "It's me."
To save you.
Yeah, leave the young one, and they took him, and that was the day.
Did he go to jail?
He didn't go. He's got his own ways. He went to town with them. He said then they drove around in town. They were catching other people with him. Then he started to say, no, I'm going to call my lawyer. And they thought, this one is clever. They said, they just throw him there and leave him.
Jeez.
And they took the bike. So, but for me, that was the time.
What do you mean that was the time? What was it about that time?
That was the decision-making time that my parents said to me, don't go there. You'll end up in jail. But I didn't listen. I went anyway. I jumped through the window, put pillows in my bed.
You did that trick.
Yeah, so that they think I'm still sleeping, then I'm gone.
Yes.
When I come back, I'm in a pickup.
Exactly what they told you.
Exactly what they told me. So I'm in a pickup. And I realized, you know what? And I asked myself, actually, why did I go? You know, it's in the farm. You are bored. There's nothing. There's no... If we play, we just play ball there. You're bored. You want to experience.
You want more.
You want more.
Yes.
And there's nothing. You want more. You know, that was it. But I think I went the wrong way. Then I asked myself, okay, you want to get out of the farm, ne? Join running, because they are traveling.
Oh.
They can travel. They go races every week. There will be a race in Klerksdorp, Botterville, Carltonville, Randfontein. So you will be able to go. So that's how I started, because it's every Saturday. Yeah. I'm not bored. On Saturdays, I'm always out. I can come back. Sunday, we play soccer. Monday, we go to school. The problem is when we were just sitting doing nothing.
There's a gentleman called Kaiser in your story.
Yeah, Kaiser Pakati.
What role does he play in those early days?
Look, Kaiser, it's his family, his brother Jack Pakati. They were runners. They were the people in Boskop that we know. This one's Comrades Marathon. The marathons that they are running, because they used to walk around with track suits with a lot of patches. Because those days when you run, you will get a badge.
Get a badge. Then you
put it here,
in,
and
course.
Everybody can see.
Yes.
So
Comrades people still do that. They run with Comrades gear.
Yeah. So then I went and joined them. I started training with them, and we trained. Then we trained them. We trained until I moved to the township. Yeah.
But you were not doing it. Were you aware that you could run at the stage? Were you aware that you had the talent?
No, I was not aware, because I was not even the best in the group where we are.
Yeah.
I was just following and probably hoping I will improve. During the school's athletics, sprints, I will do well, not super.
Okay.
I'll just...
Well enough.
Then I will go to long distance, cross country. I will do enough. I will go to soccer. I'll just there. But for me, it was that thing of I belong to to that group. I can go to races. We come back with a badge. It's not about I didn't know what is Olympic Games. I didn't know what is
Commonwealth. You named them.
I only heard on the radio about the likes of Matthew Stemane, Matthew Motshwarate, the Mokgotsi brothers. So, and I thought, once I continue with this running, I don't need to be super. Probably I will go to school, do my matric. Once I finish, I can work at the mine.
That was the goal.
That was the goal.
Why mine? I know it's a semi-mining area, but why mine for you?
Yeah, look, the life that the people that were working at the mines was good life.
Okay, describe that for us.
It was good life. They will come. You can get a house at the mines. Then there's an opportunity for me to take my parents out of that situation. You can still run, but you're not like hard labor at the mine. Because I knew that my parents will not even pay the school for me after
matric.
After matric.
Yeah.
It's either I'm going to work at the farm or it's either I'll be a driver. But I just thought that, you know what, I'm going to take this route because I've seen these guys when I go to races, they come with the bus and they're all dressing, they have food.
These are the mine guys.
These are the mine guys, you know, they got the hairstyles, you know, when they go back, they've got a place to stay. That's the direction I wanted to take. But mainly was, if I work at the mine, there's money, I can take my family out of that situation where they are.
Do you know, it's an interesting thing how we undermine role modeling.
Yes.
Amongst young people, even if kids that haven't spoken to you, but they know your story, or they just see you dressed, like you said.
Yes.
You were seeing these people with hairstyles.
Yes.
You had never spoken to them.
Never.
But you knew they come from a mine, they look good, they must be living a good life.
Yes.
Do you realize that how it's easy to convert kids into responsible adults?
Yes. Yes. You know, it's that is my way of living when I was growing up.
Yeah.
I will always look at people and obviously question myself. We will have people that visit my uncles. They will come. I had one of my uncle, he was more like a hippie. He could play a guitar. He's got a lot of albums.
He's a cool guy.
It's easy for him to get a chick.
Yeah.
At that time, he doesn't struggle.
Probably didn't live Gopoch.
No, he didn't live Gopoch. He comes and visits. He works at the mine. He end up, you know, good. And I say, I want to be like him. You know, I remember we were debating at school. Then he wrote the topic for me. And I went and I won the debate. So then you get people like, then the Andy Tama, they came. You know, smart. You know, he was good in karate. He could argue. He could debate in English.
Yes.
This one is there with us, the pigs. They staying behind the pigs, but he speaks heavy English, this one. You know? Then I joined Azania because he was, you know, assassin. You know?
So you want to be like him now?
I joined Azania because then we went to when I went to the township, we went to Tlokwe. He was at Tlokwe.
Okay.
Then when he comes, it's there. So I say, I'm going to join Azania, the black consciousness and what part. And
it'll improve your English.
It will improve my English. Then I'm there with him. You know, we're talking big words. Like talking, I'm there. You know, but I realized, no.
That's amazing. Eh?
It's not for me.
Yes.
I will still be here, but I'm going to run.
I'm interested in what led to your parents moving from the farm to the township, to Ikageng.
It is not on their own will.
Okay.
Things started to change at the farm. So people at the farm, they started to understand what is having your own rights.
The workers.
The workers. They can start talking now. You will have people that are coming from the township and they start pushing. Things starting to change at the farm. We were no longer that the community where we're just close community. It doesn't matter what is happening there. But my father, people moved. The owner of the farm said everybody must go now.
Okay.
From the farm. So that is why they went to Ikageng at 11, Komikuku. And the people started to stay there.
So it was the beginning of an informal settlement.
Yes. We all went, but my parents stayed there because my father actually was working for the big man.
Okay.
The father of this
of the farm.
Of the farm. So he was old, but my father is driving for him. So he told his sons that this one is not going. He will remain here until I passed away.
Wow.
So we stayed. And it happened that I went to Boys Eye. When I was at the hostel at Boys Eye, I realized that the two sons, they were also
at Boys Eye.
At Boys Eye.
You saw them there now?
I saw, no, their names on the wall, they were before me. They went to Boys Eye. And that is why now the father, they supported me. They bought clothes for me at the hostel at Poch Boys, yeah.
So are you saying you never immediately moved to Ikageng?
No, we didn't move immediately. My parents remained until the old man of the farm passed away.
Okay.
Then my father realized that probably it's time to move out. But it took them very long to adjust to the life.
The township life.
Township life. Because it's music.
You make it sound like it's a bad thing.
No, it's noise for them. There's no peace.
Yes.
You know, they're in the farm.
The farm is quiet.
No, in the farm is quiet. You will hear in the morning these birds, they will sing. You can wake up and do the yard. But there, when you wake up, sound, the neighbor, heat sound. The other one also has got sound.
Different from this one.
Different from this one. So, and it took them very long to adjust.
Yes, and you went immediately as well and stayed in an informal settlement as well.
Yeah, when I was young, then actually what happened is me, my brother, and my sister, we moved before.
Okay.
Because we moved from the school that we had to go to high school.
Yes.
And we can only go to the township. So we needed accommodation. So while they were there, we stayed there in a Mokuku.
Sure.
That is where the opportunity for me, I joined the club there also. I ran. And that's how I went to Boys Eye.
Is it Tlokwe Secondary School?
Yes, I went to Tlokwe Secondary School until Standard 8.
That's quite a fair amount of years.
Yeah, I did Standard 8. Standard 7 was a little bit tough. It was those days of pass one, pass all. You don't, every time it's fighting. And me, I'm from the farm. Hey, these things.
So it's when in the 90s, early 90s. Early 90s. Just Mandela is about to be released.
Just before that. Just before that. And it's fighting. I never went home Fridays. My sisters, they will go home.
Even.
I have to stay and protect our place.
Oh, they would go to your parents.
They will go to the farm.
To the farm.
Yes, Fridays they go back to the farm.
Yes, and then
Me, I remain.
Because anything is possible.
Anything is possible. But on the other side also, there is a competition on Saturday because I was running also.
Okay,
there will be a competition on Saturday, so I can't go there and then come back. So I will remain there.
Interesting.
Then I will end up joining the Muzabalazo.
Now you're part of...
At that time, I'm part of it. When we toy, will be there, all those things, yeah.
Those toys from Poch as well.
From Poch, those toys.
Yes. There's quite a number of, even Tate Sifularu was Deputy Minister of Health.
Yes.
Also from
Poch.
From Poch.
From Ikacheng, yes.
Ikacheng has produced
Ikacheng
a number of people.
Ikacheng has produced, and I think they're still producing.
Yes.
So I think it's a very good township.
Yeah.
Probably when I was young, from Boskop, I never realized, but after now, it's very nice. It's chilled, yeah.
Yeah. Here's an interesting bit, because your move to Poch Boys, the transition from that time, Ntwana go kasi, standard 80, no.
Yeah.
I was a Ntwana.
Yeah.
Wakono board.
Yeah.
And now this opportunity comes. How exactly did that opportunity come, and what year is it?
Yeah, look, it was, as we were saying, it was just...
Mandela Q.
Look, I went there in 1992.
Okay.
So that means...
Mandela was released.
Yeah. I went 1992. There were a group of athletes, I think 4 athletes from our training group. They were invited to go to Poch Boys to write the aptitude test. And those 4, they were my friends. So I was not part of it. Favoritism was also there. Because I'm not from...
You're not immediate.
I'm not from the township.
Yeah.
I'm just a guy from... Kentwana Good Place. You see. Then they chose their own friends and stuff. But they were my friends. Then they said it to me, tomorrow we're going to Poch Boys. You can come with us. Okay. Just come with us. We're going to write what. Just come with us. After that, we will walk back. Yeah. Because we're training in the afternoon. When I arrived there, 4 of them went in. Okay. I stayed. I was sitting outside. And then at that time, John Blake was the headmaster. Yes. Then he asked, why is he sitting there? He said, no. He's not part of
this test.
It's not part of the test because we were only 4. But he's also a runner. You see. Then John said, come. Get in, just write.
You have nothing to lose.
Yeah, I've got nothing to lose. And the results came, I was the only one that passed.
These other 4 failed.
They failed. So I was the only one that passed, and they were better than me as the runners.
As they is.
Yeah, so I was admitted then. That's how I actually went in to Poch Boys. Yeah,
that's incredible, eh? Because you were not meant to be there.
No, I was not meant. Then it hit me after because it was not planned. I just wake up. I didn't even tell my parents that I'm going there. They know me. I'm there in a township. It was not a plan for me to go there. Then it hit me now. Then what after here?
I have to tell them.
I'm admitted here. I'll have to pay the school fees.
Yeah.
I can't just go in because I have to pay something. So then I realized, probably I've made a mistake. I should have not. Then I said, these guys, 4 guys failed, man. I'm going to go back with my friends. I'm not going to go there and go to that school. I don't know what's going to happen. But.
Yeah.
But they encouraged me. They was encouraged. There's a lot of things that has encouraged me. Some of the things. And then I realized, look, if I go there, that means I'm not going to go to the mine.
You're starting to realize.
I'm starting to realize I'm not going to go to the mine. Then the guy who was recruiting Ne, for the mine.
Yeah.
He heard that I'm going to Boys Eye. This one told him, because this group, the following year, they went
to the mine.
They left school. And the guy said, no, come.
Come to the mine.
We will take you. You will stay there. You will start working. And? You don't need matric.
And what happened to you now?
I don't know. You know, there's this thing that came, you know, as when you grew up, you go into town. And I said it before, I will look at the people and I will envy their lifestyle.
Of course.
And I want to be there. Yeah. I used to envy the white people.
Okay.
In town with the uniform.
The school uniform. The blazer.
The blazers and what. They walk around the Milky Lane or whatever. They will eat. It's nice. And I always wished that our schools are not like this. It's we're fighting. You know, these guys are relaxing. They go to the movies, especially Poch Boys. They will go to the movies Fridays. They're working with the girls from Girls' Eyes. They go to the movies. And that was... And I made a decision. I'm going to the white school.
You're not going to the mine.
I'm not going to the mine. I'm going to go to the white school.
Even your uncle, the memory of your cool uncle doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I'm going to go there. I want to wear that uniform.
Sure.
I just need... I didn't know what was going to happen after, but as long as I can just wear that uniform, then I'm at the white school.
Yeah,
you know, that's how I made my decision, because I could have gone to the mine. Yeah.
Were you one of the first black kids at that school?
Yeah, we were four of us. Others, they came in because their parents, they were wealthy.
Of course, they could afford.
They could afford.
So the school was changing.
The school was changing.
Yes.
Yeah, there were four. I was the oldest. These other ones, they were young. I was the oldest in the high, because I had to repeat my standard 8.
Ah, okay.
Because I passed for standard 9. I went. They said no, come repeat.
They were saying township education.
They were saying township education, but when I got there, the maths. This thing is the repeat, man.
You were born.
But it's the same as that one. And this my classmates were surprised I'm getting 80s.
Yes.
But I was saying to me, this is a repeat. You know, I don't have to talk, but I can understand these things, man. I did these things last year. So, yeah,
hey,
that's how
they took your education for granted.
Yeah, they took my education.
Jeez, man. But was it easy to adjust to this? Because you're saying you were the oldest amongst those other black kids. So you don't even count them. You can't be friends with them.
No.
They're too young.
No. They're too young. And it was not easy.
Yeah.
It was not easy. The space that we were in, Mandela was just released.
Oh, yes.
It's 1992. It's just released. And there was a lot of things that is happening there. You know, there were hit lists that were made in the bathrooms that were going to be killed.
Was your name on that list?
The names was there. Remember, it's that period where even the white people, they fighting.
Yeah.
Their spirits, man.
They're not sure what's
They're
coming.
not sure what is happening here. You know, we can't let this happen.
Yeah.
Imagine you go back home as a kid and your parents, they hear that there's black kids in that school. Then it's another issue.
They're taking over.
They're taking over. And I remember there was a big gathering of AWBs.
Because you're not far from Ventersdorp.
We're not far from Ventersdorp.
No, not at all.
So just behind Poch Boys, there's a rugby stadium. And there was a big match of AWB.
Sure.
Terblanche at that time. They came with horses. The school is just the road. They went in.
Sure.
I'm sitting next to the garage, Granton house. They come in, they like going by force into that school.
For what though? It can't be because of you.
So I thought, they just want to pass. They controlling. And while they come in, and the other one said, "Kijk wat ze daar zo."
Talking about you.
Yeah. Oh, I said, I'm dead. I said, I'm dead, yeah. And they've got guns. Nah.
Yeah.
I said, I'm dead. They just gonna shoot. I'm gonna kill us.
Jesus.
Nah. The other one, they say, what? And he said, but use the K word.
Yeah, oh, yes.
You know, those things. And I thought, and they coming, these horses.
Because their branch is always on the horse.
And I'm looking at the point of, where should I run?
Jesus.
You know? And they just here. And I just went like this.
Close your eyes.
Closed. And they passed. All passed. And yeah, it's
wow.
That's why I say it's even working in town, it's Fridays. We go to town. You have this they call them at that time the pampun. The pampun bure.
What does that I know?
No, it's those ones for agriculture.
Okay.
They wearing shorts.
Yeah. Those.
There was a school there, you know. When they see us, they will come. You know, it's different schools. We've got gymnasium, Volkies, Fridays. They will walk, and these ones from the other schools, like gymnasium, the Volkies, what, like bullies. Even when I was young, when I at the farm, because their bus were coming in that route. So we're walking on. When they stop, when the buses stop here, and they see
these darkies,
they just get out and kick.
Jesus.
So that means we knew every time we must run.
When the bus comes.
We're running, you know.
Yes.
So
here's a fair one.
so it's in town, they will come and they'll say, Fatratan. You know what's happening? They see us. At that time, I had protection, you know.
Yeah?
There were boys at Posh Boys that they felt there's no way.
Oh, this is one of us.
Yeah, they won't touch you.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. And I will walk in the middle.
At least you made friends.
Yeah, so it's to answer you, David, it was not easy. It took few years until there's more
blacks.
More blacks now are coming, because each and every year, McFarlane.
McFarlane Mulele. Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
They went there. There's a lot of, sitting here. There was a guy, Rory Sang, also. I met him, and he's telling me his story that, you know what, at that time I hated you because my father, when he looked at you, he says, you are going to that school of Hezekiél. To Potchefstroom.
Yes.
You are going there.
Sure.
There's no way.
Yeah.
Because everybody wanted to go. So they started coming in. There's a lot of good guys, a lot of guys that also the SABC too. He was singing now at the
who's that?
Katleho. Is it Katleho?
Oh, Katleho. Yeah.
He went to.
He's a presenter.
Yeah, he's a presenter.
Oh, he's also from Posh.
He went to Posh Boys.
Jeez. Produced a lot of
there's a lot of guys,
people.
Man. The singer from Mafikeng, from Rafi, he's a farmer now.
Mulimi.
Mo.
Yes.
That's the group. They also went there. So it's as they started, everybody's coming now.
But you were the first.
I was the first to be there. So I opened the way.
You did, eh? But the adjustment from Ntwana Kokasi, who has to put on a blazer, when other kids are going down the road, Kuskulu, you are now putting on a blazer with a tie. You're different, Kokas. Because there's two adjustments here.
Yes.
There's adjustments at school of white people accepting you.
Yes.
And there's also adjustment of black friends and other families saying, and then you know what, why are you special going to a different school?
Yes.
How was that adjustment?
When I arrived at Poch Boys, I was a day scholar.
Okay.
So exactly.
Oh yeah, you never used to stay there.
I never used to stay there. So I will go to school in the morning from Mukuku.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yes.
I will come out dressed. I will hide it. Get into the taxi.
What would you hide?
My blazer.
Oh.
Because I'm the only one there.
Yes.
I will hide it. I'm just be normal.
Mm.
Then when I get to town, I will put the blazer in.
And a tie.
And walk. After school, I will do the same thing.
But why? What informed that?
You know, I felt the way other people that say, what are you doing at the white school?
Mm.
Who are you staying in the Mukuku? Oh, it's going to Poch Boys.
Mm.
What's happening with you? You know?
Are you able to afford this?
How can you afford that? I was avoiding those questions. I remember there was a point that I wanted to quit.
The school?
The school. I said, I can't do this because, you know, it's that shack we were staying, me and my brother and my sister, it was very small. It's where when you open the door, you will hit me. I'm sleeping.
Right there.
I'm right here.
Yes.
You know. After school, because I went there because of athletics, then I will have to remain from, let's say, 2 o'clock until 5:30. So I'm not eating.
Let me understand. Why are you staying until 5?
The training started
at 5?
At 4.
Ah, so you have to just wait.
I must wait. I can't go back to the township and come back again.
Not possible.
So I will have to wait. And I'm not eating because I'm not in the hostel.
No.
I can't afford it. After training, when I get home, sometimes my brother and sister are not there. I'm alone. There's no food.
Yeah, of course.
I have to drop these things and go to my friends. They had a spaza shop where they were selling quarters, spatro and what. They will give me spatro, I will eat it and I will go back. Then I told my, the coach then was JP van der Merwe. I said, you know, JP, I don't think this thing is working for me.
This fancy school.
This fancy, because it does not help me, nice blazer every time, but I don't eat. I must wait here and you expecting me to train. Very good. And I must prove because I've got a scholarship. I must prove. Yeah. Probably I would rather have to go back to the township. We all suffer.
Yes.
If I don't eat, maybe if
I'm not the only
with
one.
milk, maybe this one is worse.
Yes.
You know?
So it was an easy decision.
It's an easy decision.
Not this. You know they're eating nice food.
Yeah, they're eating nice
and whether
stuff.
you haven't eaten.
I haven't eaten.
Sure.
You know.
It's a huge adjustment though.
Yeah.
Eh?
And then JP said, and look, the other guys that were there, as I said, their parents, they brought in. They're fine.
Yeah, they got...
They don't even do sports. I can see them after school. They going to swim. You know, things are nice. They're fine. Me,
Scholarship boy.
Scholarship. Scholarship, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Then I said, JP, I'm going to move. Tomorrow I'm not coming. I'm informing you what. And he says, no. Give me until next week. Monday. Yeah. Let me see what I can do. So he went and spoke to the schools and then end up they agreed that I can come and stay in the hostel.
So you were literally the first black boy to live at the hostel at Poch Boys.
Yes. He asked me how much can I pay.
What kind of question is that?
But no, he told me before that, because the scholarship that they've given you is only for schooling. If you have to stay in a hostel, that means you have to pay something. But how much can you pay? And I said, yeah, if JP, if I have gonna pay, then my parents are not gonna eat for the whole year. My younger brothers and sisters are gonna suffer. I'm not gonna do it. Let's leave it.
Let me go home.
And he says, no, man, how much can you pay? You must pay something. And I said, 50 rand.
Yeah.
And he says, it's fine.
And did you know your parents could even afford this 50 rand?
Immediately, because my mom was working in town, I went to where my mom's working. The lady, Miss Van Niekerk, she was they were good people. Yeah. I got there, I told them, they gave me the 50 rand. I went back, I paid the 50 rand, and I was told to come in. And that's until I finished that school. That's the money I paid.
That's the only 50 rand?
That's the only 50 rand I paid at Posh Boys.
They never asked again?
They never asked.
Wow.
They never asked me.
When you look at your life and those events of that time, the word luck comes to mind.
Yeah.
Right place, right time.
Yes.
That's that day when the boys said, come, let's go.
Yes.
We are writing.
Yes.
There are things like that. There's that 50 rands from there's JP in the story there. When you look at that life, that time, what do you say about it? When you analyze that era in your life, as this 17, 16, 15-year-old boy?
I always say to myself, probably I was born at the right time. Because remember, it's a time of Mandela is being released.
The
transition. You know, I was there.
Let me pause your thought. We were also born at that time, but we didn't have that kind of luck. Do you get why I would ask that question? Because same age, you and I. Hey, I went to the township throughout.
Look, I think for me, I was always curious. And where I am now, it goes back to me standing on that mountain, seeing that sun.
That goes
beyond, overseas, and I will tell myself, it's like I was dreaming. In my mind, visualizing it, it was like I knew where I am going, even if I don't know how I'm gonna get there. But there, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
And that is why these things, they were just coming.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't just come. Like you are saying, there was a bike.
The stolen bike.
If I did not go to town, I was not going to make that decision of running.
Yes, joining
I was
a club.
going to relax. If I didn't go to Kaiser, I was not going to go to the township. Obviously, I was going to go to the township. Probably I would have joined Andy Lengletama and became
a politician. Yes, that was possible.
That was possible. So if I didn't then join the running from Kaiser, then moving it to the township, I was not going to be invited at Posh Boys Eye, because probably Posh Boys Eye was just going to be something that I read about.
Sure.
I was not that close to that. So
all these events,
for me, that's for me. It's the vision I had about myself. And all these events was just those puzzles that were coming. Yeah. Look, there were moments that I could lose this. I can just 10.
One small 10.
One small 10, I can just lose everything.
Yeah.
And not get back. I will make mistake, I will come back. And they were just coming together at the right time. And as I was saying also, then 1996 came, then I see Olympic Games, then I ask my coach, then I say I want to go to 1996, I won the same medal as Ilana Meyer. Then I went to 1996, I got the same medal.
The question that keeps coming to mind, and you call up these events, what was the vision? You didn't know much. You see, the thing about dreaming about a better life, you have to have a sense of it. There's the Malume, the miners, all of that.
Yeah.
But what is it that about your mind that was saying, but there's more?
Probably I did not put others there, other things. While I was running, Then I was selected for the cross country team for the province.
During now you're with Bukeiza. You're not at Poch Boys.
Yeah, I'm not at Poch Boys at that time. I was selected, but I was number 6. See there.
Okay.
If they say they take 6 athletes, I'm number 5, number 6.
Okay.
Or number 7. This one will disqualify him. Then they will push me in. Then I heard that. No, we're going to East London. At the east of London, UK. Because I never knew the East London in South Africa.
Yes.
It's another one.
There's a smaller one.
There's a smaller one here. Then I thought, okay, I want to go there.
Yeah.
Then I went. Then the next time, I said, no. When is the next competition again? Then it was PE with the bus. Then I went.
Yes. You get to see the sea.
The
beach is there. East London.
East London, there's a beach.
Yes.
Those are the things that's motivating me.
Okay.
Okay. That I want to go there again. Another competition, I want to go there again. I want to go there. I end up qualifying for a team in 1992. That going to South Korea.
Oh, that's the South Korea story.
Yes.
Were you with JP during the South Korea?
JP.
Yeah. Now you're at Poch Boys.
I'm now at Poch Boys. I went to South Korea. Then I see a different life.
You see the world.
The following year, we went to UK, England. Then I see a white person bringing me food. Then I say, huh?
It sounds like such a small thing.
Yeah, it's...
But it was an important moment for you.
No, for me it's important. It's like, oh, a white person bringing me food or cleaning my room or doing this. At that time, those are the things that motivated me. Like, I want to go again. I want to go overseas. When is the next trip? Next year. I will focus. And it will happen. Yeah. I will go. And I was getting now closer to what I want to achieve.
The Olympics and all of these dreams.
1992, I went to Korea. Then 1993, I was 18. I went to Germany with the seniors. 1994, I was in Canada. I got a silver medal at the Commonwealth Games. 95, I went to Fukuoka. I got a gold in World Student Games. So, long term, all these things that I've done, I think they prepared me
for 96.
For 1996.
Who is Jonas Sekano?
Johnny Sekano.
Who's that?
He was one of the good athletes from the township. He could win the races. When he comes back on Monday in Tlokwe, he will stand the podium, the assembly with the medal. He was respected. He was one of the guys that running the club. So those are the guys that I was standing there and I say, I want to be like them.
One day.
Then you have the Shadrach Hoff from Promosa. Promosa is a colored place there in Ikageng. So he also came. He was good. I wished to be like him. But I was never close because they were doing long distance. So, yeah, those are the guys. Until I went to Poch Boys, then I focus on the track.
Your first race at Poch Boys, apparently it's quite an event. It's quite a big deal. Or here's this black boy.
Yeah.
That's coming to compete. You were talking about that other school. What is the Gymnasium? What is it?
Gymnasium.
Gymnasium. Yes.
It's Gymnasium. Yeah, it was now the Interwar. It's Interwar schools. All the schools from Poch and the surrounding. And it's packed.
Yeah.
It's very big. With only English.
Okay.
School.
Oh, the others were Africans.
Others, it's Africans. With only English. It's us, Poch Boys, and Girls Eye. So we're going to compete there. So everything, they're preparing everything for that day.
Justice.
And I'm being told, don't move alone.
Don't move alone. You're the only darky here. Don't
move alone. Even if when you go to the toilet, don't go to the toilet alone.
Sure.
There were boys that were going to travel with me. Our big boys at the school. They will make sure that they are there with me.
At this stage, are they aware of your talent at the school, your school?
Yes.
At this stage, they know.
At this stage, they know. Because I've smashed all the inter-house, small records that were there.
Okay.
I could run from 100 meters until 3,000. All the events and win them.
Every single one?
Every single one. They will still put me in the relays. I will also get a medal. So I will do everything.
I like how you say these small records at school.
So they started to realize there's a talent here. And obviously I was in standard 8. I've got more privileges compared to the other guys.
Yeah.
You know, Posh Boys it's that school where if you got privileges, if you are in matric, you're the only one that can put hands in the pocket.
Oh yeah, those type of rules. Some of us went to the township. We have no idea, but I've heard about that. So those were some of the privileges. You can put your hands in the pocket.
Yes. As you go, standard by standard,
you get more privileges.
You get more privileges. You can't walk on the grass. It's only for matrix. You know.
Okay.
We will even touch it. And those who respect those rules, they will get angry.
Yo.
And when you get out of the hostel, that's what I didn't like. In the afternoon, you get out of the hostel and the matrix will sit in the passage in a line. You can't, everybody must come past there and you greet them one by one by their surnames.
You must know their names.
And me that time, I'm mixing their names and stuff. I don't. And if you can't, it's punishment. You know. So
what a tough life. It probably still happens even now at some of these boarding schools.
Now it's changed, but some of the schools I think they still. But I think for me, there's a lot of things that I've learned from that
experience.
From that experience.
Yeah.
When I look at how things are now, and you look at our kids at the schools, things are
very different.
Things are very different.
Yeah, they're lighter. They're not lighter. Tough.
At that time, things were there, and I think so it's a good preparation from there to after school, because the kids from the generation, you know, some of them I know they were not able to go to universities, but they can handle life.
True. Yes.
Compared to now.
No, but let's go to that day, that big day, the first race.
Yes.
Don't go alone to the toilet.
We went, and it was packed. The stadium was packed.
Yeah.
When I looked at the stadium, it's probably I'm the only one. I was the only one black athlete in that field.
Yeah.
The other kids that were there, they were not doing sports.
Okay. They were,
just
spectators. Yeah.
Then I realized that, look, I don't want to get into trouble here.
Okay.
And the gun goes, I'm gone. They will not even see me next to them or wants to beat me or trip me. I don't want to be with them. Because they can push, you know.
So you were running away?
Yes. When the gun goes, I'm gone.
You're running away?
I will finish first today.
That's a funny story. So the gun goes.
Yeah.
You are not racing. You are running.
Not racing. I'm running away from that group.
That's a funny story. I didn't realize that's what you were going through.
Yeah. No, I Then I went and The first few rounds, when I always come to the main stand.
Okay, yes.
Where there's now everybody there, parents.
Got you.
Then I will just mix reactions.
Oh, you can hear.
I can hear it. Ooh.
Oh, hell. Yes.
They go down.
Yes. So you could hear that.
Yeah. And then when I get too close to my school, then I go, yeah. And I thought,
wow.
It's gonna be tough one after this.
After the race.
After the race,
Sure.
But surprisingly, it went last lap. Going last lap, the bell goes. When I get to that last 100.
Yeah.
Because looking at the other competitions that I've seen before, when the athletes comes in, then they will all stand. And I was just thinking, are they gonna stand for me?
Oh no.
Then I came to the last 180. Then I saw, I think 2 or 3, 4 stood up. Then I said, everybody stand up.
So as you're getting closer and closer.
And they clap.
Wow.
And they were clapping for me. Firstly, I thought maybe they clapping for, there's a battle behind me. And it's one of their own athletes.
You're not thinking it's yours.
Yeah, so and they clapped. It happened, I went to the toilet.
You won the race.
I won the race.
Toilet. Yes.
I won the race. I went out, toilet, go in. And remember, these guys are huge, man. Rugby players and stuff. And they come in. But, it's...
Jeez.
When they approached, I thought, I'm finished here.
Yeah. Hier kom kak.
Hier kom no kak no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Hier kom no kak.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when I'm small, when they look at me and say, yes, here is no burno.
So you just won the race.
Yeah.
And now you're doing the wrong thing. You're going alone.
I'm going alone into the toilet. And I was told to don't go there alone.
Yeah.
I found myself alone there. And I thought, now, chemis, voeltjies, there's a school, technisch. Technisch was worse.
What's wrong with technisch? What?
For me, it was like this hardcore. Burkies. These ones, they will finish you at that time. But I got in there, they came in, separate. They shaking my hands.
Hey.
It's like a goeie race. Goeie race.
Well done.
Well done.
Wow, that's a 10 of events.
That was
wow.
I started to feel relaxed. I remember that was 1992. I qualified to go to Korea. I did not have the clothes like casual clothing and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
There was a sports shop they called the Klassen sports shop. I was called the community, and they paid the flight for me to go over. The owner of the sports shop there in town called me and he says, "Come in." And he sits there on his chair. He's an old man. And he says, "Take whatever you want."
Wow. That's a special moment.
Yeah. Even if I forget to mention this one, was when you stay at the hostel, it's uniform.
Yes.
We have white shorts, or khaki.
So it's uniform when you go to class. It's also uniform
yes.
after school.
So
yes.
When I arrived, then I was asking myself, how am I going to get this uniform for more or less? Wow. When I arrived at the Granton house, the dorm where I was staying, all my roommates, Punky, Foley, Grant, all those guys, Papadopoulos, they each and everyone donated. They took their own stuff.
That's it.
And it was packed.
That's amazing.
It was packed in the locker. I had everything.
Sure.
I was even given a blazer. Mr. Hachnar and the family bought shoes for me. And a new blazer. The blazer I got from Boys I was torn apart.
Yeah, of course.
Then I got a new blazer. So yeah, things turned out to be very good. It was not from the beginning, but it turned out to be good. Lot of black kids all over
slowly
South went to Posh Boys Eye. Getting the reports from most of them, it was because of me.
You led all of this.
I started. There was now started the television, the documentary. Parents they say, no, my kid is going there.
You got them a lot of students.
So, yeah, no, I think Posh Boys for me, it will always be in my heart. So it's. I was given a platform.
Yeah. They talk about the principal of the school at the time. I forget his name.
Mr. John Blake.
Mr. Blake.
Yes.
Talks about there were rumors even of a bomb at the school on that day of that race. Yeah, so there was a lot of protest against your performance, your running.
There was a lot of protest against us being in that school.
As black people. Yeah.
So I think that was the most, because remember I said the AWB came in. Then there was, when we go to competitions, there was a protest that they're going to bomb the whole competition. It was because of us being black and being at Posh Boys High, because now we are going to compete at this prestigious Posh War School, where there have never been a black people competing in that competition. So, I mean, there were hit lists.
It's still amazing.
You see, when you go into the toilet, you get a hit list that tonight, they must die.
But how did that make you feel, though?
I think JP was on my side.
The coach.
The coach will always calm me down. He comes from the army. He will say nothing will happen. My dorm, where I was staying, because JP was the housemaster of the house. So there was a door there that goes straight into his house.
So you were there.
So I will sleep here. If anything will happen, I will go in.
Run into his house.
into his house. But nothing happened.
Yeah.
At the end, I went until matric. I was there. And looking at it, the kids that were making problems, it was those when we started. And we grew up with them now. Some of them we becoming friends. We were friends.
Or they were making problems for you.
Yes.
Yeah, when you were new to the school.
New to the school.
Yeah.
And they started getting, understanding us.
Good point. Understanding.
They understood us. But on the other side, there were others that they were treating me good because I was a runner.
So that helped you as well.
Yes. These other ones, they were not, the young ones, they were not treated well.
Because they were just black. Black kids with rich parents. Nothing special.
There's nothing special. Hezekiél is a special one. Yeah.
Yes.
They will say things and we confront them.
Yeah.
You can't. If you say, as much as you respect me, if you say this to him, you are saying it to me.
That's true. Yeah, you can't.
I feel it.
You're not a special black.
I'm not special black.
Yes.
And these guys, these are young guys. You know, I and not only in even if, you know, you finish the schools, I finished the schools, I was still in that environment where somebody will call a K word.
Hey, I can imagine you were...
When we're driving, we're sitting, all of us, we're sitting in the car, and one black guy just jump, and somebody will call a K word, then immediately there will be silence.
You've been called a K word, no doubt.
Yeah.
You were right in the middle of a confrontation.
Yeah. So then they will freeze everybody in the car. We're going to play golf. Remember, we're friends. We're going to play golf.
You're adults now.
We are going to play golf. A black guy jumps the road.
And then they say, cake, no.
K words, jumps. You know that feeling that somebody says, not you. Oh, not you, Hezekiél. Okay, I say, oh, that one is fine for him, not for me. It's not right.
So they say K to him, but not to you.
Not to me.
So you were saying it applies the same.
Yes. The way you see that guy, I am that guy. You can't look at me differently. No. Because it shows me that one day I'm going to make you angry.
What are you going to call me on that day?
Yes. What are you calling me when you with your friends? I'm not there.
Shar. Apartheid.
So, but yeah, we moved.
Interesting. Your mom makes reference to apartheid and talks about when you're at the farm. She says, these are her words, we didn't know there was apartheid. That was life for us, she says. Yes. It's all we knew.
Yes.
We didn't know there was apartheid. No. Yeah. Explain that from your perspective, that statement that she's saying.
You know, it's the same statement that I made, that I didn't know this Joburg.
Yes.
I didn't know this Carletonville. I only know the people that are there, and I see the sun drops behind there. I thought it's
overseas.
It's overseas. Mm-hmm. Look, the farm that we were staying there, our father will, in the morning, go to work, come back. Sunday we will have food. We're happy going into the fields. You know, in the evening we go steal mealie. You know, we cook it in the big pot. We sit there, we eat. Yeah. There was no confrontation. Where there's
even from the white farm owners.
Yeah, look, it's like he's minding his own. He's in business. We're working.
Yes.
He's giving, every month we're getting the full 20 kg of meal. My father will come with eggs. That's what we are eating. This pasta, what. We don't know this thing.
Yeah.
It's only then later, when we grew up, I think my mom, the way she has put it, I think they knew.
Yes.
But
the bigger picture.
They were protecting us from that space of understanding that what is happening. When I joined the Notamo, then I started hearing, that they are fighting in the township.
Yes.
There's a fight.
There's people in exile.
They're banning people there now. So what is happening there? No, it's banning. Sometimes you could see a smoke from far. Yeah. Say, no, guys, it's chaos. People are banning now there. There's people there. There's Mandela.
Of course. Because at the time, we're talking about an era before he was released, where he was just a name.
The school that we went to, because all the teachers Now starting going to school. All the teachers are from the township.
Okay. They know what's going on.
They know what's going on. If they don't come, there's 2 or 3 that are staying in the area where they stay. But if the principal and the others don't come, then we know there's a fight.
In the township?
In the township, nobody can get out. Then we started, there was no school. But us at the farm, we were going to school. This thing started to escalate, coming to the farm and say, but how can we go to school? There was a fight there. Yeah. So that is where we started
being aware
of what is happening here. Then going into the township, started to realize there's a people, this one I say, I'm going to Joburg. They're walking differently, they're dressing, they're fast, life is fast.
They're walking differently from Joburg.
They're from Joburg, they're speaking different language. This one are the cool guys and whatever. Then that's where you started to... And I realized later that is why, when you've grown up or you can see different people and you have this one, they say, because you'll find them more reserved because they don't have information.
They don't know what's going on.
They don't know what's going on here.
So there was a difference. Motwadi Plaza then was very different.
Yes.
To someone from the township. And that's very, very different.
Very, very different.
Yes.
Now it's different story. Motwadi Plaza, he's the same as... He will go head to head with Motwadi occasionally.
Even beat you. You lose. Jeez.
Yeah.
So that's the perspective from your mom. It was an interesting one that she talks about how you were in the small little community.
Yeah, no.
And was not aware of what was happening outside. She was obviously aware. She used to go to work and work for an Afrikaner woman.
Yeah, no. I think she was aware because I remember then she told me because where we're staying there's a train, railway. Yeah. Coming from the side of Carltonville, Joburg.
Okay.
That's the one that goes to Cape Town.
Yes, all the way.
All the way to
Cape Town. It passes there.
And she told me that then President Furvurt will pass there by train. Everybody, they will have to go to that train station. No, next
train
to the
track.
train
Yes.
track, standing in a row.
Because the president is passing.
The president is passing. It was like a force. Nobody, everything stops. They know the president is coming. Everybody will go there and stand there.
Such madness. That's where we're from, eh?
Yeah.
That's our history.
Then I looked at, when I'm looking at these American movies about black people working in a field. They were slaves. Then I realized, I was actually doing this.
You lived this life.
I lived this life.
At the farm.
At the farm. I was behind the tractor the whole day. Then other things started to come, like when we were going to school, as I said before, we walk in the main road when the bus stop. Remember, there Carltonville, there's a lot of farms there. And these farmers, their kids, giants, when they see you, they will beat you for nothing.
Yeah, because you're not like them.
When the train come, we hide.
Why?
Because they had this water, the hot one.
Yeah.
And they... You walk on the road, let's say you're from town. There's no way you can walk. You must always hide when we used to call them the madagtail, the motorbike.
Yes,
when they come, and it's hell.
They're going to beat you up.
They will beat you. At the end of the month, we'll hear we found a body next to the road. He was beaten by the ducktails. Then when I look, some of the things they started to reflect. But at that time when I was there, I think that's what my mom says now. At that time when I was there, these things. I was young. This thing didn't matter. That I'm running barefoot. I'm sleeping. I'm wearing a short with
it's torn
at the back. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
This is the life.
You say Mkuku, when you open the door, it hits you.
It hits me.
Because the room is so small.
It's so small.
But that's life.
That's life.
Yeah.
For me, it's being able to move out of that situation. And I realize, I think, not only us as South Africans, I mean, even you can go to America, Africa. The reason we are so good in sports.
What have you found?
It is because of where we come from.
Yeah.
I think we are fighters. When we do it, yes, talent is there. But there is that thing that we have because we're doing it to survive. We're not doing it for fun. Just to go relax and play soccer.
Let's go run.
Let's go run for what? It's when I realize that I have talent. This is for me. I'm gonna go all out. I looked at young kids as I'm growing. I look at the young kids, the pressure, the parents they're putting, the young white kids, the putting. They end up giving up. At that time, they are from, let's say, 14, 15. I was not even, my parents didn't know that I'm running.
Hey, man. Yes.
I didn't care. I was just relaxing and I will do it. If I win, I win. It does not matter.
You don't even have to tell them.
I don't have to tell them where I come from. Yeah. And I realized that is what makes us, that is what made us good. Because there was no pressure. Yeah. But if you look at the kids from now, 15, everybody's here, that pressure.
Yes.
Must perform. My kid must be good. And end up kids can't take it. When they are 18, 19.
They leave it.
They leave it when they start being able to talk to themselves and say, but I don't like this thing. It's you who likes it.
You do
not
it.
Me.
Yeah.
Me, I don't want it.
Did you ever get to a point in those early days of your running where you felt like it's not for you? Those early 18, 19, when you were starting to become a recognized name?
When I did the running, I was not doing it to be super. I knew at some stage, once I can get what I want from this, I will. If I stop, I stop. Then I know I got what I want.
When you say what you want in that sentence, what do you mean?
I mean, if I can go to the mine at that time.
Okay, all right. Then
then I'm okay.
This running thing,
if it happens, then I finish school, I get a scholarship to go to university or US.
Yeah.
I
don't need to run.
I don't have to. If it does not come, then I can survive with other things.
Yeah.
Then it takes me back now to when I said that I was born at the right time.
That was an important point. The transition.
That transition for me. Then everything that I was doing at that time, remember, was the first. I was the first one who went to boys. Everything I was doing, the junior, people are asking themselves, no, who's this one? Companies wants to come to South Africa like the Reeboks and a lot of international companies. And they find me. Then I was told, oh, you're going to be super. Yeah. People are preaching it now. You are going to be super. We haven't seen. And then I'm improving. Then I what happened was I raced. There was a competition. It calls ABSA at that time. I won 5,000. Yeah. Remember, I'm still at school.
Yes. At thingy, at boys. Yes.
Boys. Yeah. I'm in the hostel now. I got 5,000.
Yeah.
Oh. Then my stories got a lot of things. Then it was a mobile, the petrol at that time.
Oh yes. That company.
Engine, that company. They were giving scholarship for up and coming young athletes. I was chosen because I'm the only black that is moving.
Yeah.
They gave me 13,000
for school.
for school.
Why did you use it? How did you use it? Did you end up?
Then we took it. We saved it.
Okay.
With JP because I was not paying.
Of course, yes.
At school. So JP it was like my father.
Yeah.
My parents knew nothing about running because we were staying at the hostel. There was like a bank.
Okay.
At the hostel, you can go and get money. You go Friday. You sit at Milky Lane, you can have...
It's like a prison. It's okay. There's some money of yours you can get.
Some money of yours you can
enjoy.
You can enjoy it.
Yes.
That's how it was.
Yeah. You had so much money.
So I started also now starting to go because...
To deposit.
Before I was not going, you know. There's this thing they used to call Sunday lunch. Parents will come and collect their kids and they go eat.
Okay.
Those that the parents are not coming, few nyana, as I'm one of them, we will remain there. Just eat the hostel food because how is my parents going to come and collect me from here
to take you where?
To take me where? You know. Yeah, but as it moved, the guys that I got, the white guys, they end up being my friend. We still talk now. As we moved, we becoming friends. I was able, that's where now I started. Some of them, when they were coming back to, they say, Sepeng, they will take me with. Let's go. We go weekend because you never go home.
Let's go show you.
People are going, let's go show you. It was first time when I see somebody in his room, he wants to put on the light, he goes, tap. And they go,
hey man, there's still a lot of us who don't do that.
I say,
you're in heaven.
I'm in heaven.
You can clap your hands,
the lights on. And I say, I'm in heaven.
I must tell you, that technology still hasn't caught on. We still don't have it. Wow.
So I will come to Sepeng with some of the parents.
Yes.
And
they became this token black boy amongst these.
Yes.
Yeah, you were always there. This Hezekiél is one of our friends.
That is why I'm still hated by some of, if I have to put it, my own people, black people. And I always say, our problem with us, we are jealous for one another. I was told, look, I went back, I wanted to do something for my people. Obviously, it's a point of me going back to the municipality, but there were people that were blocking me. And the reasoning of me blocking is because I went to Posh Boys. I think I'm better.
So he thinks it's better because you went to a better school than us.
He comes here, Wheezy.
Hey, it's going to delay us, that thing, eh?
It's delaying us.
Yes.
We are delayed. For me, it's not. We are delayed. We are delayed. Probably sometimes that is we find ourselves in this mess. Sometimes where we are because you go to the township, there's nothing.
The place hasn't changed.
There's fields that were built, they are a mess now. Grounds that were built, they are a mess. That is why kids, they find it themselves. Where can they go?
And it takes us back to your story that, in simple terms, to run saved your life.
Yes.
You could have gone with the boys.
My friends that I grew with, they passed away.
Yeah.
Even before some of them before I went to Boys I could have been. I was there with them. I was there.
What happened to the miners? The one that went to the mine?
Look at some of them did not get a job. Some of them they worked there. They stayed long.
Okay,
they had houses.
Of course, that life.
I had a friend that went to correctional service. Then at that time also correctional service came. They were recruiting athletes.
Okay.
some of my friends that went in that direction also. So I chose to go that direction.
To the school.
Yeah.
Your relationship with JP, you make reference to it as a father figure.
Yes.
Let's talk about your father, Kochai.
Yes.
D Man D. How much role, when you look at your life, did he play in your life? Before you met with JP, later in your life?
Not much. He did not play the role because he was never there.
Okay.
Not because he left because of work. We were always with our mom. And our father, then when he comes back, then he goes in drink.
Oh.
When he's drunk. It's not nice at home, you know. So that's how we grew up. It's only, look, my father was traveling, going to Botswana, Kalahari, this other Sodwana Bay. He was a driver for the guy. They will go and take pictures. He will wear khaki shorts. He's going to Kalahari in Botswana. He knows these things. When he comes back, he will bring food. First time I see somebody eating a full onion. And you know,
you saw him.
But on the other side, when he's back and is drunk, then life is not good. Sometimes, you know, as a kid, when you grow up, you just feel, you know, you just wish it's not. Let him not be here. He can stay there.
Yes, you must travel.
He must travel, man. This one, you know, because a lot of things that we did, he was not there. And as I said, me starting running, he was not involved. I think my mom was the one that always trying to. I say, hey, we've got a trip. I need money. I don't have money. She will make a
plan.
She will make a plan. When I will travel, I will come back. I don't have shoes. Can you know? She will do that. So, my father. I think it's at that time. A lot of families.
They'll tell the same story.
They will tell the same story.
Yeah.
That this is how.
And some stories are worse.
Yeah.
Where you are in Limpopo and this person works in Carltonville.
Yes.
Look at that. At least yours would come home once in a while.
As we were talking about when we met, about Hammaskral.
Yes. You were saying, making reference.
And that is how I'm linking ourselves, because my grandfather left the family that side.
In Hammaskral.
In Hammaskral side. Whole family. And he moved to Carltonville.
To work.
Then he created the new family there.
Wait a minute.
Then that's where my father comes in. You see. Then only later to find out that all the names that were this side, they are there in Hammaskral. All of them.
Fuck. I've had something crazy like that. It feels like deja vu right now. Like are you saying your granddad?
Yes.
Not even great.
No,
granddad.
My granddad.
Right here.
Yes.
He had another family in Hammaskral.
Yeah, that side of Hammaskral.
And he called the kids that side, this side, with the names of the kids that side.
That side. The family that side. There were another family that is created at this side. Same names.
For example, whose name?
We've got Ramolefe. Thomas is my brother. There is Ramolefe at that side. We've got Letia. That's my sister. There's Letia that side. All the names that we have at that side, they are that side.
In Hammaskral. How did you eventually find out about the Hammaskral family?
Look, I used to think I'm the only Sepeng.
Okay. Because you don't come across it often.
Yeah, it's not often. And then I started seeing in the news. The first I saw with the Soli Sepeng, the golfer.
Okay.
who stayed in Soweto. Okay, there's other Sepengs. Then we met, but we're not linking. Then we went apart. Then we start meeting the others. And at this, there was a time that my younger brother in Poch, was a guy who came, is Sepeng. Originally he's from Hammaskral.
Okay.
Then he says, hey, my name is Humphrey. I've got a family, Hammaskral. This is my family, the names. Ba.
They're the same.
Then it's a point of, but we've got the same names this side.
Same names.
I don't know, it's my brother's brother, but on the other side.
Okay, yes.
They look the same.
Yeah.
They act the same with my father. If somebody's facing that direction, you think it's one person.
Anytime I did a duplicate. Two families.
Same age.
Wait a minute.
And he's also drinking like my father. So it's one thing.
Char. Did you ever get to meet the Hammaskral family?
No, we went. We went to Hammaskral. We were talking.
What led to that? Who decided, let's go meet our cousins or our brothers?
No, me and my sister, we usually, because we grew up. Look, the side of my father was traditionally, they didn't worry about all these things. We grew up more on the side of our mother.
Okay.
The Kitimes.
Okay.
So even traditionally, we were doing their own things. There were family that every month they will meet. But as we grow, and I realized, man, who I am actually.
Because Sepeng Mari,
you see, it's not possible. And my father doesn't want to tell us. When we always ask him, he doesn't want to tell us.
What are you asking?
Where do we come from? We can't tell me.
We come from
we
here.
Who are we? Because you've got the Sepengs that they say they from Mafican side. Then you have the Sepengs, the Hammaskral. Who are we?
So you say he didn't want to tell?
No, he didn't want to tell.
Do you now, many years later, understand why he didn't want to tell?
Yeah, I think we do, at the end we understand, and the reasoning for us to want to ask him is for me to know. It's not mission of maybe he's got the stories in there. If he can just tell us, this is the route where we come from. This is the line. I can go. And
you'll do it yourself.
I will do it myself. We will go there so that probably as we go, my kids also I'm able. But I'm that Sepeng that is in Potchefstroom, but it's like I don't have roots. Somebody's telling me about my Fike. Then there's the Sepengs in Hammaskral. So who are we? So then we find out that no. Hammaskral.
Did you ever meet your granddad?
No. Never. I haven't. We just went when we go to graves.
Oh, yes.
And they will tell us, this is your
is
granddad. Because they named my older brother, who also passed away, with his granddad. And there's same name also. That side. He has also given somebody that side.
I've had a story similar to this many years ago, and I thought it was just another joke. And here you are. You're confirming that something like that is possible.
Yeah, no, it's possible. So
sure. When the day you met as a family, when you realized there's double names, was that a surprise for some of them?
You know, it's then we realized that the people that these names from this side, they actually look
they look alike.
Similar. Light skin, some of them, if they are light skin, but their names were like.
So your roots are in Hammanskraal?
The roots are in Hammanskraal.
Yeah. And then you find from Hammanskraal, they go to somewhere else. Because you know these things go.
Yeah, they go somewhere else. People like to say I'm from Limpopo.
Okay. It's possible.
Yeah, so...
yeah, what a fascinating part of history that, eh?
But I'm classified. I classify myself as Motswana. So
yes,
because I grew up
Lebatswana,
knowing that I am Motswana. So
And your mom's contribution to your life, you speak of it as something that was there constantly, but she was raising 5 other kids. How was she able to divide this attention amongst all of you?
I always ask her, why did you make 6?
It's too many. But you come later, yeah.
How did you survive? You know, myself, I was in the middle. I always felt that I'm like, they don't care about me. Maybe when they made me, it was like they were not sure.
Is it?
Yeah, because they could sleep. They don't know where I am. It's fine. You know, I used to play a joke around with that. Maybe you know it was a mistake because
you'd say it.
The firstborn, you love the firstborn. My sister, it's like your first girl. You love her. Then it's me. Then it's another girl. Then there is no use for me. Then you.
Hey man.
but it's.
And they made 2 other boys.
2 other boys.
Yes.
Then you've got the younger one, Samuel.
Yeah.
So I'm just floating in the middle there.
Like you're floating.
Yeah, that is why I always say, even if I'm not here, you guys don't worry. Because you've got others. You don't worry. I will leave, go to the township. Probably I'm not coming. It's fine. Fine for you. But the others, you have to make sure why they're not coming home.
Jeez.
You know.
Are they all still around, your siblings?
No, my brother passed away. My sister is still around. The two sisters, young and old, are still around, and the two younger brothers.
Is it a Lenalo WhatsApp group?
Yeah, we've got WhatsApp group. We meet once in a while.
Okay.
And when we meet, it's a party. And my wife knows.
So you get along.
We don't play. We don't play, but we close ourselves in the yard and we will sit there.
Yeah.
And we will end up dancing.
Wow.
Even to old songs. We will laugh. And we will repeat.
And we will probably tell the same story over and over again.
Tell the same story again and again and again. But I think it's because of our mom. And as I said, that she was there. And now that my father is not working anymore and is getting old, we never had, that love of. I see it with my kids now. When I leave, I will hug my son or my daughter and kiss them in the forehead. Or if they've done something, you just brush them in the head on top and say, good. We never had that thing with our father. Or sit or talk to him. It's when he comes, then you know it's trouble.
Yeah.
You run away.
Yeah.
My mom is Sotho. I'm also mixed. There's a lot of.
There's all sorts in there.
My mom is Sotho.
Jojo, uyathetha.
Angithethe. Ay.
Awam no samame.
I didn't get it out that. So my father, when he will come, ne, will listen to Sotho. Ne. This is not Basotho place.
Oh.
Switch off that radio.
Oh, hell.
Go to... So it's...
There's a mix there in the family.
Yeah. But we're getting along now with my father. And
That's good.
For me, it's... Look, what happened today. My father is my father.
Is he still strong?
He's strong. He's strong.
Yeah.
And I touch him in the head now. And I give him a hug so that he knows that I love him. Yeah. Doesn't matter what happened. And I'm able to give it to my kids. I don't think he grew up. He also...
Yeah.
Life then was different to now. So I think it's my role because I've learned a lot of things to give him that love. You
went to Korea, Skanga.
I went to Korea.
You were saved by a white woman during apartheid.
Yes.
You've seen life.
I've seen. I went to Atlanta.
Do you know what I mean?
When I get there and I hear a hobo speaking English.
Actually, the story is bigger. You were in the front page of a newspaper in the US.
Yes.
Like, come on.
Because black people in Atlanta, that area, Georgia, it's big.
Yeah.
When they opened it at front the page. I was there.
Yeah.
Last year, there's a South African that went to the museum.
Okay.
In Atlanta, Olympic Museum. He saw my stuff, my name
there. We don't even have you in a museum here.
Then he took a pic. He says, "Ziggs, check this."
Hey, we don't have you in any museum in South Africa.
No.
Unless if you know of one.
No, we don't have. I was inducted last month in a Hall of Fame. So that's the only thing I think.
Where is it? Where do we go to acknowledge this Hall of Fame?
The social media.
That's it.
Fuck.
Social media, that's it.
I think they've got offices there at the FNB Stadium.
Yeah, but it's not on. If let's go and enjoy a weekend, we will not be going to check out Hezekiél Sepeng at FNB Stadium.
No. No.
Nothing like that.
There's nothing like that.
What a loss, eh? We lose out so much.
King David Studio Podcast.